That's my audience for today. This is a baseball. In the early 1990s, Major League Baseball entered a new era. Players like Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa began jacking 500 feet long home runs on a consistent basis, and pitchers like Andy Pettitte and Roger Clemens began striking hitters, clocking in at nearly 100 miles per hour on their fastballs. No one could explain where all of these blown-up performances were coming from, but fans sure weren't complaining. Officials soon found that performance-enhancing drugs were the cause, and they set out to put an end to the abuse. The players argued back, however. Performance-enhancing drugs should be legal for use in Major League Baseball to help bring the sport back into the national spotlight. First, the most significant reason for legalizing performance-enhancing drugs in Major League Baseball is how it affects actual gameplay and performance from the players. What baseball fans don't love towering home runs and great pitching? The level of competition would greatly increase. America's pastime would reach a whole new level of popularity with the huge increase in competition, and the quality of entertainment the sport would bring would be incomparable to anything else. Baseball would break out of its known cliche to some as being extremely boring. With an increase in competition and level of play, fans would pile into the grandstands at parks across the nation to watch the new and improved game of baseball. With more fan support, the players would enjoy the game that much more. All of the teams would vastly gain from the increased support from fans, who would bring in more revenue. The increase in revenue would lead to paying players more, and new ballparks could be built to accommodate the increase in fans. It goes without mentioning that the increase in money flow could help the failing United States economy. The Procon organization evaluates these benefits in detail in an article called "Should Performance-Enhancing Drugs Such as Steroids be Accepted in Sports?" Another reason to support performance-enhancing drugs in Major League Baseball is the ability to recover from injuries. Performance-enhancing drugs enable a player to recover faster and healthier from serious injuries. Even if performance-enhancing drugs were not allowed to players to use to improve their performance, many believe that players should be allowed to use them if they are recovering from a serious injury where they would normally have to sit out for an extended period of time. They could help increase the length of a player's career and even prevent future injuries in the same areas. This might be the player's strongest argument against league officials in their attempt to legalize performance-enhancing drugs. However, league officials' arguments against the use of performance-enhancing drugs are very strong. Major League Baseball studies have shown the long-term effects of some drugs are either unknown or can carry serious health consequences. Many argue that if a player is willing to risk his body, however, then it should be allowed. But the league says it is responsible for protecting its players. League officials want to avoid future lawsuits where a player might claim that the league allowed him to ruin his body and his health. All in all, the league believes the consequences dealing with long-term health effects outweigh the short-term increases in performance. Players will surely continue to push for the legalization of performance-enhancing drugs in their attempt to greedily become richer and more skilled in a very much faster manner. Major League Baseball has heavily increased its drug testing policies, and it is now almost impossible to get away with it. Media and fans alike, however, have grown tired of this seemingly never-ending steroid saga. What would this world be like with legalizing performance-enhancing drugs? Even with 100% backing from the fans, we will probably never know. Thank you.